Hi.
Yay! Hi.
It worked. I was like,
Okay.
I've done lives, but I haven't done it with someone else before. So I was like, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gone live before, so this will be
Exciting.
the first time.
Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to hook up my little mics, but they weren't connecting. So I'm like, I think you'll be able to hear me fine. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I don't have any mic. I mean, I have a mic,
Yeah.
but I don't know how to do
You
that.
just got the little DJI, right?
Yeah,
Do you like it?
yeah, I love it. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's the best invention in the world, and it makes like recording in the gym like more inconspicuous. I feel like you're not
Yeah.
like setting up your phone, like everybody sees everything. It's like just like this tiny little thing.
Yeah, I don't feel as like obnoxious or like getting in the way because I can kind of just record and like no one sees it.
Yeah, in public too. You're like, doo, doo, doo.
Yeah, because I started the YouTube going into like this prep like this year. And so I had to get like comfortable like filming stuff and I still kind of get like nervous sometimes, but that little DJI helps.
Definitely, yeah. I felt like I was like, oh, okay. I don't feel as awkward anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Because do you have a YouTube already or are you starting one?
I have a YouTube. I've had a YouTube page forever, but like I haven't really been posting too much on it.
Yeah.
But the long form content, I'm getting more used to creating, and like the way you have to
Mhm.
film for YouTube style versus like formatting for Instagram.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, I've been learning. I know your boyfriend, right, Emerald, said
Mhm.
he's really good at editing, but I've been using Canva, which I've been liking, which
Okay.
has been the easiest way for me. I literally do it all on my phone because I don't like doing it on a laptop.
I use CapCut for everything right now, like all the short form content. But
Mhm.
Canva, maybe I'll check out Canva.
Yeah, they have like a lot of different templates, so you can do like YouTube, Instagram, like all the different things and like resize things, which is nice.
Oh, it'll reformat it for you and stuff.
Yeah, you just have to like adjust it a little bit so it fits the frame, but then you don't have to like start from scratch.
Okay, let's check it out.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. I titled it Fit Model Unfiltered. I was just trying to come up with a name. We
I
can
like it.
probably change it later, but I thought it was cute and kind
I
of what
mean,
we
it
want
is
to talk about.
unfiltered. Like nothing here is scripted or like wrote
Yeah.
out, So definitely unfiltered. Whatever comes off of our brains is what people will be getting today.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can definitely answer some of the questions at like the end. I only got a couple. But like just talk about why I wanted to start a podcast, fit model, everything in general. Um, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, let's get into it. I mean, let's start with why we wanted to start this podcast, and I'll let you go ahead and go first.
Yeah, yeah. So we met like officially at the muscle contest show. Remind me what it was called. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Nevada State.
Nevada State, yeah. And I remember I watched you compete at Austin's show, The Natural
Okay, the
one.
Las
Yeah,
Vegas
yeah,
program.
had a booth there. I don't think we got introduced yet, but I'm familiar with your coach Adam, and I saw him posting you and stuff. But yeah, we were just saying how it would be fun to like do a podcast. We did that little interview backstage because you were wearing an angel suit. So I was like, oh, I want to get like a little clip with her because I work for Angels for anyone that doesn't know. Um, yeah, and I was like, oh, I feel like you have a lot of good potential in Fit Model, and I know you're trying to grow your brand too. So I thought it would be fun.
Yeah, it's definitely been a journey for me. I've worked out my whole life. I played softball growing up all
Okay,
my
cool.
life. So being athletic has always been a part of my journey. And then I met a really good, nice friend who has been competing in bikini for the last 3 years. And I was just like going to all her shows and watching her compete. And then Fit Model came to light. And I was like, whoa, like maybe I can do Fit Model because it kind of fits me, like I've always modeled, I love modeling, and I feel like Fit Model, yeah, it's more of a softer look, but like all the
Mhm.
discipline and everything work ethic wise is still there.
Yeah,
So that's what made me want to compete. I was like, oh, okay, Fit Model.
yeah, I know. I think it did create like a good opportunity for a lot more girls to compete. I started out in bikini in 2020, but like I could just not keep up with what they look like at all, with the way the divisions evolved. So my last show was 2022, and I had been training and like working and like trying to get muscular enough. And then Fit Model came around and I was like, oh, here's a division I'll probably do like better at than trying to do the bikini division.
Yeah, did you feel like the bikini division was kind of like starting to push you more towards having to do like gear and stuff like that that maybe you don't want to do?
Yeah, I think it would definitely require like stuff that I wouldn't want to take. And honestly, I think I'm just like a small framed person because I just don't know if I would ever get there, like, regardless what I took. Some people do put on muscle a little bit quicker and like even without like supplementation, but I feel like it just takes a while for me. I'm just more of that like petite build. Because I just competed this weekend at Junior Nats and infant model, and I was too small. So I was like,
They
okay,
did go really hard in that show though.
yeah,
Like that's kind of
mhm,
one thing I've been noticing these last couple of shows is they're leaning more
mhm,
hard and it's like we came up with this division not for
yeah,
girls to get on stage and look like you haven't been dieting or working out and this was your first time, but like
right,
it's for that well balanced, like healthy
mhm,
proportioned body, which I
yeah,
definitely think you bring to the stage.
yeah,
They're leaning more towards this like hard like core abdomen and like we're almost
yeah,
starting to see tie-ins in the glutes.
yeah, yeah,
And when
hmm
it first started out with the beginning of the pros with Emily and all of them, they have like the no tie-in, but it's like a nice shape.
hmm
You know what
yeah,
I
it's
mean?
nice and full and like pretty. Hmm
Yeah. So I'm like, I feel like
hmm
they're still trying to figure it out, and at the end of the day, it is bodybuilding, and I get it. You want to see that
yeah,
like, sharp cut, conditioned body.
hmm
I really hope we can find a happy medium somewhere
yeah,
for the girls,
yeah.
and that it
It's
doesn't
definitely
turn into
like
what bikini turned into.
right. Yeah. Bikini is still like way surpassed fit model, but definitely this weekend at Junior Nats, like my coach definitely thought I had a good shot because he wouldn't have put me in a show thinking
Hmm.
I would do bad. But just seeing what they rewarded as like the top five with me standing next to them, it was just like, oh, pretty apparent that like my glutes were not as big. In my opinion, my shoulders were not as big. And they were definitely leaner, which is a little shocking because like I had ab veins on show day, but
Hmm.
compared to what these girls had, like they were definitely like crispy.
Hmm.
So knowing that now, it's like okay, get leaner. But for me, I think I definitely need more muscle first before I do that. So I'm calling it here, and I'm gonna come back next year when I have a little bit more size on my
Is
frame.
that more your judge's feedback too? Just like I'm in size in the glutes and stuff.
Yeah, and for me, I think if I lean out more, then the glutes might just disappear even more. You got to have the muscle to show it. You can't just keep getting smaller and smaller.
And then you're never going to build.
Yeah.
And that's
hmm
one thing too with me going through like starting prep in February this year. And
hmm
I was like 147 pounds at the start of prep. And now I'm all the way down to 120. And
Wow.
I just think I felt more voluptuous then. But then once you
hmm
shed all the fat, you're like, oh, I didn't really have a butt or,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. And how tall are you? 5'8", 5'9"?
5'9". Yeah.
Yeah. So 120 is like pretty light for that height. Like,
Definitely, yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I am like 5'3". On show day was 110. But I started my prep in February too, basically. But I was 112. So I basically just went through a body recomp. Like my weight didn't really change.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't
So,
like start like tracking meals or anything until like the beginning of the year, January. And I'm gonna tell you, like once I started putting the plate on the scale and weighing everything and hitting the macros is when you see the changes. You can
yeah.
work out, and work out for years and just eat
hmm
whatever you want. And I'm gonna tell you, like your body is not gonna change.
Yeah. The diet is like so important. It's honestly the most important part because if you work out and don't follow the diet, like you're not gonna grow, you're not gonna lean out the right way.
Hmm.
Um, what approach does like your coach do with the diet? Like, are you on macro based? Does he give you foods you're supposed to eat, or is it like a full meal plan? Like,
So I
how does
really
that work
had
for you?
like an option with him. He was like, "Do you want meal plans or do you want macros?" And at that point, I had already been like eating all the right foods, just didn't know how much of what to eat. So I just told him,
Mhm.
like, well, this is what I'm already eating. Do you think you could just give me macros and I could go from there? And he did introduce Ezekiel English muffins or bread to
Mhm.
me. And I was like,
Yeah.
ooh. So I started trying that. And that's like my most favorite thing in the world right now is an Ezekiel English muffin.
Yeah.
So other than that, yeah, I just do macros and I use ChatGPT for everything.
Mm.
I just say, hey, this is what my macros are for the day. These are the foods I'd like to eat. And then
Mhm.
ChatGPT will put together a whole thing for me. And then I just eat that for the day.
That
Um,
works.
yeah.
How many meals a day? Like, what do you break it up for right now?
So it's 5 meals a day and then one like snack, which is like 3 rice cakes and
Okay. Yeah.
small butter. Yeah.
Okay. Same. Yeah. Like I do six, but
It's
so
like, yeah, 6 meals, but I don't consider the sixth meal like a meal because it's just like a snack.
yes, it's tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and because you're 4.5 weeks out from USA's, right? Or
Yeah.
four? Yeah.
Somewhere, something like that. I don't even know.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. We were just looking at it. I'm like, wow, that's getting here really fast.
I know. And you just dropped my carbs today, so pray for me, everyone.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I was low carb for a while. And
What's the
definitely.
lowest you've ever been?
So he had me, my coach likes to do like carb cycling, which I love. I feel like it helps me grow a lot. So like on the areas we're supposed to be growing, like glutes for me, is when I would have like my high carb days. So a lot higher carbs, essentially no fats on those days. And then all the other days would be our low days. So typically I never dropped below 50 fat, which was nice because I kept like my period the entire prep and my hormones were healthy. But we did 50 carb for most of the prep on those low days. So it was pretty low, but I feel like I respond well to fat, so I didn't feel that bad. Um, yeah, I kind of liked it.
Yeah, see me, I need my carbs. I don't know. My brain doesn't work without carbs or fats. So
Yeah,
I haven't gone below 40 grams of fat. Right now I'm at 40 grams of fat. It's been
that's
pretty
good.
much that this whole time. Maybe we've gone
Hmm.
to 50 after show just for like a week so I can
Yeah,
live my life a little bit more.
yeah. Hmm.
But carbs haven't gone down past 140. So I have never
Oh
been in
wow.
issues where I'm only eating 50 grams of carbs a day. I think I
Yeah,
would just like be existing on my bed all day.
yeah. It definitely took a toll towards the end because as we got like closer, like 3 weeks out, then we got rid of the high day. And it was just like low all until like the Thursday before show. And I was like, wow, I'm really hungry now. But yeah,
Just
we
this
pushed
last
it through.
show was that
Yeah.
way. It
Yeah.
was shows prior to your last. When was the last show before this last show?
I had an 8 week gap and we knew we wanted to come in leaner from the show 8 weeks ago.
Hmm.
Just because like with Fit Model changing so much, my first regional show, we didn't want to come in too lean because at the time they were wanting a little fuller, but then we were like, no, for nationals, we definitely need to come in tighter.
Yeah,
And I'm glad we did because, like, obviously they're rewarding a tighter look now. So we definitely grinded through those 8 weeks to get like tighter.
yeah. Sorry, my dog is something's happening. There's an imminent threat. She never barks unless there's like something. I don't know.
What kind of dogs do you have?
She is a Frenchie and an American Bulldog mix.
Oh, that's cute. They make
Yes.
a lot of sounds, huh?
Well, she's actually pretty quiet because she's got the American bully in her, so I don't know. She doesn't do
Hmm.
the ow, 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 like Frenchies do. She doesn't do it.
Yeah.
But if she hears something, her bark is very loud.
We have 4 dogs. So we have 3 Shiba Inus, like little Japanese dogs, and we have one like mixed lab.
I've never seen a Shiba Inu. Okay.
You know, like the Dogecoin, like the little orange fox looking dog?
Oh, okay.
You ever seen that? It's like those. Yeah. Yeah.
Cute.
So
I
they're,
love dogs. I also have a cat, but she gets hair everywhere.
yeah, we have hair everywhere from our dogs.
So yeah, so back to your prep before. What was your carbs like on that peak week?
So like the one I did 8 weeks ago,
Yeah.
it was pretty similar to be honest. 50 carbs just kind of had worked for me for my low days. And I think we carb loaded a little bit more Thursday and Friday leading into the show, like doing, I think it was like 125 carbs the Thursday before, and then like 150 the Friday before. And then he would let me have a burger the night before show,
Oh wow.
which works really well for me. This past show, this last weekend, I had a burger and fries, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I've never had that before,
That
but
makes sense.
woke up looking super tight. So if you
I
get lean enough, you can do that.
I think honestly, after the Pittsburgh show that I did, we went out and I had like a bison burger and sweet potato fries. And I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
the next day I looked like I should have gotten on stage that day. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this looks a lot better than the day before. Like,
Yeah.
why do I
I,
look better right now?
yeah, it was definitely my best look this weekend on Saturday. Like I was lean in the morning, so it did the trick. And we cut our water too. So
Oh,
definitely like I dried out a lot.
see, that's one thing my coach doesn't have me do is cut water. I'm drinking 2 gallons of water all the way until
Into
show
show day.
day.
Yeah.
And on show day, I'm drinking like 70 ounces before 9
Wow.
a.m., you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's crazy how like everybody's bodies are different too.
Yeah. Hmm.
And that's also hard as a coach to be able to like kind of see, um, who needs to do what. Because I am a
Yeah.
taller athlete in the fit model division compared to a lot of the fit models that he is working with.
Hmm.
So I don't really know if my protocol is much different. I haven't asked them, but
Yeah. Well, it probably is because like you're so much taller that you probably need to fill out more.
mhm.
So if you cut your water like I did, because I'm a little bit shorter and like you would probably get like way too like leaned out or like too much.
Flies or
You know,
something.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Um,
do feel like that when I don't drink all my water for the day, I'm like so flat. I'm like, oh my God.
yeah. Because like even on show day, like I don't drink a lot of water, but I had coffee in the morning. He's like, "Have you had water yet?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Okay, have some water because like you don't want to be flat." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, that's one thing too. Like coffee in the morning on show day. I drink coffee every day and like 3, 4 cups a day.
Yeah.
But like on show day, I heard it can make you like look flatter.
Because yeah, essentially coffee's a diuretic too, so it can reduce like the water you're retaining, even though it's a liquid. So
Mhm.
it's like if you're having all the carbs and you want it to stick, you do need to have a little bit of water, just so it's not like sitting in your stomach, you know?
Yeah. I just try to stay away from coffee on show day unless I'm like dying after prejudging and like before finals, I'll have like just like a little tiny.
A little pick me up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting though because I did compete with two of my teammates this weekend, and like their protocols were definitely different than mine. Like leading into the show, I was drinking 2 gallons. They were only drinking a gallon, and then like they had to eat different stuff the day of, and like I ate different stuff. So it does change, which is cool. Like,
Do you do meal plans with your coach? He tells you.
yeah, he's definitely more meal plan. Like, um, I've been competing for a long time, so like I and my fiance's with him too, so I know like the approved foods.
Mhm.
So if you know that, he'll just tell you like today I want you to have 50 carb, 50 fat, 175 protein.
Mhm.
And there's like the certain foods that I'm allowed to have. Definitely when we get into like a certain point in prep, he's like, no way you can have protein powder, like no sugar, no fruit, none of that. Like it's basically lean protein, egg whites, rice, almond butter, avocado, stuff like that. Um, and we don't cross count macros, which is like a new thing with this. So like your protein, your fat, and then your carbs. Like we're not like taking the macronutrients from it. So I just count it all separately. So it's probably more calories than you essentially would think if you put in your MyFitnessPal, but that's good because then I know I'm getting plenty of protein and like plenty of fats.
Yeah. So you're at 175 protein on your.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, he lowered it the last few days, like just Thursday, Friday.
Oh, okay.
They're doing 4 ounces per meal. So I
Hmm.
think that's about 150, which is still pretty high.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Hmm.
Good. Yeah, I'm at 140 protein right now.
Okay.
The highest we've gotten is 155.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but I feel like I'm good on protein, even at 140. Like that's good for the day.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
enough.
yeah, that's enough. You know.
Mhm.
But when the carbs drop and the fats drop, then you start to feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I started out in January, I was like, oh my God, there's no way I could eat all of this. But now it's like, no problem. I'm like, I could eat more protein if I needed to.
That's
Like,
how when I started out, I was like eating so much, and I'm like, how am I supposed to eat all this? And I think I was just at the macros that I'm at right now, you
yeah.
know? But, and it's crazy to think because, like, yeah, I was like 147, but like I wasn't looking overweight, just like full, like,
I feel like
soft.
that's a healthy weight for your height.
Yeah.
I
Like,
look good.
yeah. And it wasn't like fat or like cellulite anywhere that I had to like get rid of. It was just, I probably just wasn't eating all day long until the nighttime and then would eat all night
Yeah.
long.
Hmm.
So just to see the way like my relationship with food has changed a lot.
Hmm.
Like I'm looking forward to meals now before it was like, "Ugh, gotta eat, you know?
Right? Yeah. It always happens like that. Were you craving stuff post show or did you feel good? Like you didn't have a lot of cravings or I know you probably had to get
Um,
back on the diet because you were close to your next show, but you probably had like a day or two of freedom
yeah,
maybe.
after this last show, it was the hardest. After the
Hmm.
last two shows before then, it was like, okay, everything's fine. We're going to keep going. After this last show, it was like, okay, my body was like telling me, like, you're ready to kind of maybe reverse a little bit, take a break.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, so, we went to Adam, my coach's house after Nevada State. We did like a little after party to celebrate Emerald's wins and everything as well. And they had the Chunk-a-Dunk cookies out, like
Yeah.
6 of them. And so I had a bite of like each cookie.
Hmm.
And I'm going to tell you though, my body for the next like 5 days was not okay.
Yeah.
Like bowel movements all messed up. Sorry, TMI for
Hmm.
everybody. But like, and it's crazy because I could probably eat like 20 of those back in the day and like no big
Hmm.
deal, you
Yeah.
know? So once it's just crazy to see like how once you start eating clean, your gut changes and it's for the
Yeah.
better
Hmm.
because I used to have gut issues. Like I would bloat a lot all the time after just like random stuff. It was probably because I was eating like Ritz or Cheez-Its or something,
Yeah.
So those just aren't good for your gut anyways. But
Hmm.
now, like you put something in there and you're going to be reaping the consequences for the next 5 days at least.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely like realized I want to feel good, not just eat all this stuff. Like I could barely even eat anything on Sunday because I was just like, I'm so full from dinner from the night before that
Yeah.
like nothing sounded good. And I did have some Dunkin' cookies. They're really, really good, but they're so rich. I only had like a bite or two. I was like, I can't do
Yeah,
it.
they're so good. I have 3 in my freezer right now because I
Yeah.
bought them at the show and he was like, just put them in your freezer and like they'll be good.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
like,
what we do
okay.
every show because it just sounds like it's going to be so amazing. So I have so many cookies that I'm like, I don't know how I'm ever going to like
It's
eat
not
all
so
these.
amazing because now every time I open the freezer, I see them all sitting there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't keep foods in the house that I can't eat right now, or else I'm thinking about them in my sleep at night.
Right. Yeah. Literally dreaming about it.
So, yeah, no, I had a dream about licorice, and I don't even eat licorice. I don't even like licorice. I was eating so much licorice in my dream. I'm like, what was that
It's
about?
weird how you like crave the weirdest things that you haven't like wanted before, and then it's just like a prep thing because you can't have it, but then when you're allowed to have it, it's like I don't want it now. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah, like all these legendary donuts things that I have too that
Yeah, the
I've wanted
protein
since COVID.
snacks. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
before the last show, I was like, I'm definitely gonna have one of those after, and I'm gonna have one of those, and like after the show, I was like, I actually don't want one of those.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I purposely scheduled a photo shoot on Thursday this week, so I'm like making sure I'm like on it. So I'm like, I don't want to like eat too much when you know you're super hungry after a show. Like, let it settle a little bit, and then have some balance here and there. But like, I do want to stick to like the diet because I want to like actually put on good tissue because you're
Yeah,
not going to do that if you're just eating a bunch of random stuff.
untracked meals. Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
so like reversing properly, tracking everything still. Yeah, you're gonna get more food, more calories. Just track it,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? Even when
Exactly.
I go out to eat like for an off plan meal, I'm still like tracking it. I'm taking a picture of it. I'm like, hey, tell
Hmm.
me like an estimate at least
Yeah.
so I can
Hmm.
know how much I have left for the day, and I'm not just like mindlessly eating.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. My favorite meal after a show is getting like steak and like fries. So then at least you're getting some like nutrients that you've been missing and like protein. And then, of course, like it's after a show, I'll get dessert. Like we all had ice cream, but like leaving it at that and then going to bed, not just like,
Not do ice cream.
no ice cream for you.
Oh my gosh, that would mess me up so bad.
Yeah. I felt fine. I think it's more the like fried food that my body
Oh,
doesn't like. Yeah.
yeah, fried foods too. That's one
Hmm.
thing too that's been hard because I love sushi and
Yeah.
I like the fried and the tempura
Oh,
crunch
yeah.
and all that
Hmm.
stuff. And after you eat it, you just no, you don't.
Yeah. Their sauces are so much
Oh yeah, the
stuff.
sauce.
Yeah. Hmm. And you live in Vegas, right? Or
Yeah.
okay, cool. So, do you have somewhere you're craving to go after USA's, or just focused on the
I'm not
show right
really
now?
trying to think too much about it because then
Yeah,
once it gets in my brain, I'm like going to keep thinking about it.
yeah,
It's like before my first show, the Las Vegas Pro Am, I kept telling
hmm
everybody I really want PF Chang's after the show. Like I don't know
yeah,
why. I just really
hmm
wanted the Mongolian beef and the chicken lettuce
yeah.
wrap, which is doesn't sound too terrible, you know. But I never ended up
Getting
getting
it. Yeah,
it.
yeah. That sounds like me. I'm like, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here, and then I just don't.
Yeah, I think we got sushi. We always get sushi because it's like still
It's
on plan, you
all.
know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's smart. Is Emerald? He's doing the Ben Weeders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is he in prep yet, or is he getting like a growing phase right now?
He's definitely in a growing phase. He's eating a lot more
Hmm.
than
But still
ever.
staying strict with like the meal plan, basically.
Yeah, he doesn't
Hmm.
not track anything
That's
either.
good. Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely eating a lot more.
Hmm.
So I get to watch him come to the room with 6 rice cakes full of almond butter and honey and
Right.
things. And I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely a different as a guy. Like they get to eat so much more because they're way bigger than us, obviously.
yeah.
Um, my fiance is on like 1,000 carb, which is I don't think I'd even want to eat 1,000 carbs or could, but it's a lot of food.
Yeah, I think he's at like 500, 600 carbs right now.
Yeah.
And as much as I think I'd want to eat what he eats, I don't think I could either.
Yeah. I feel like if you put me on like 150 or 200, I'd be pretty satisfied.
Yeah, I've learned that like my happy space for carbs, like my maintenance or whatever, would be like 260 a day.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds fair. Yeah.
Yeah. When I'm eating 260, I'm like, oh, I'm not feeling the hunger cravings as much, you know?
Yeah.
So I definitely learned that 260 carbs is my happy place, like 150 grams of protein and 50 fats. It's like a
Yeah.
good place. Yeah.
That sounds like a good amount of food where it's like not good maintenance, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How's like the training going for you right now? Like, let's talk about our splits a little bit and like what we're working on, you know?
Yeah. So right now I'm only training 4 days out of the 7 days a week. And I'm doing 5 days of cardio. Right now my cardio is very low. It's only 12 minutes, five
Hmm.
days a week.
Oh, nice.
I know. I'm like, what's this random 12 minutes? But
Yeah.
hey. Um, so I'm going with it. It'll probably change today. So
Hmm.
okay. But for my splits for workouts, it's back and light shoulders. And then
Hmm.
I do glutes and hammies. You know, we don't really do quads too much.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm seeing the girls with big quads, like the girl who
Yeah.
just won your last show.
Yeah. She was very, very muscular. Yeah. She looks amazing, but yeah, she
Yeah.
definitely had quads. She had everything. So,
Hmm. There's Cookie. And then so it's back, glutes, and then shoulders, triceps, biceps, and then I think it's back again. He just changed my
okay.
split. So yeah. Or no, glutes again. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
good.
I
Yeah.
wanted to
We,
add more glute workout in because
hmm
that's kind of been my feedback after every show is my shoulders are
yeah,
good,
you have
but
great
the glutes
shoulders.
need to match. And if the
Mhm.
glutes aren't matching, it's making the shoulders look too big.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get the glutes up and then they want to see like tighter in the hamstring area.
Mhm.
So but without getting a tie-in. So we're I think that's just diet right there too. We just gotta
Yeah.
lower
Hmm.
the carbs.
And I
So
think if it grows a little bit, it kind of pushes. the skin and the muscle out a little bit of making it look a little tighter.
Yeah.
It's probably not a lot. They probably just want like a little bit.
Yeah. So that's what we're working on for this next show. Hopefully I can come in and make Sandy happy here this next
Yeah, I'm
with my
excited
shoulders
too.
matching my legs.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah.
Are you changing anything else about your look? Are you keeping the same color? Are you changing the hair, the makeup, or you
So
do it again?
I'm going to have longer hair at this next show. I'm going to do
Okay.
22 inches, getting new extensions coming. So I'm super excited for that.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to do my own makeup again. I don't know what color I'll do for makeup, like as far as eyeshadow and stuff yet, but I
hmm
am going to be wearing a different suit color.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, we were thinking just a different suit color, something a little bit more dark to help make
hmm
everything look fuller.
Yeah.
So, maybe that'll
hmm
help. We'll see.
Yeah. I think, yeah, suit color can help a lot. Um, I was wearing the pink, but I think next year I'll definitely change it up because I know not everyone loves the pink as like a judge, like they have their preference. And so it's maybe not the safest color.
Mhm.
So next year I'm thinking of maybe going to like a bluish purple, maybe like the hologram electric purple, something with a blue purple, a little darker.
Yeah, I'd like
Um,
to wear that one.
yeah, even though I love the Barbie vibe, but I kind of want to just, change it up a little bit and see how
That's
that
why
works
I
for
love
me.
the aqua jade color. It's like
Yeah.
mermaid. I love it.
hmm
But if it's making my glutes look more flatter, something will help the
Yeah.
advanced stage, and that's
I
what
I
we'll
get
do.
what they're saying though, like a more deep, like punchy color can
Hmm.
maybe like sharpen you a little bit, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Because like the aqua jade is so pretty but light that it starts to wash it out a little bit.
Yeah, and I feel like
Yes.
the tan has to be like darker. I feel like maybe when you wear lighter colors.
Yeah,
So, and
it's
I think maybe
definitely.
at the muscle contest show, my tan was not dark enough.
hmm
And at the Las Vegas Pro Am show, my tan was dark enough. So
Yeah.
I could see the difference when I look at my photos. I'm like, oh, so the bathing suit really does change how you look depending on your
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah. And I guess if you are doing a darker suit, I mean, you probably won't even have this issue because we're pretty pale, but like don't go crazy dark on the tan so it's not like blending in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the two things. I always pay for the tan through the show just
Yeah.
because the thought of doing my own tan gives me anxiety. Um,
Yeah.
so I'll just do the two coats, but I almost wish at this last show I did the three.
hmm
I could tell when they were spraying me the first time that it wasn't the same kind of formula that I've had the last two times. So
Okay.
I was like, oh, maybe I
Oh,
should
yeah. It
do
was
it.
because you used a different company because I know Austin's show used a different one from Muscle Contest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they used Tan Masters at this last one.
hmm
So
Yeah.
I think they use different formulas, and
hmm
it's just something you have to gauge, which I like that they were letting people buy the third spray
Yeah.
on at the
You can
show.
always add it after
Yeah.
if you need more
So
color.
I definitely should have done that. But it's good to know that like I'm noticing those things. So it's
Yeah.
like down the future, it's just live and learn.
hmm Yeah, that's why I'm glad I did two shows before the national show, just because I got to like test things and try things differently, like with the makeup, the hair, the tan. Like my first two shows, I actually thought I was like a little bit too dark, in my opinion. No one gave me feedback on that, but I was just like really dark because I layered it on a lot. So
Hmm.
I preferred my tan at Junior Nationals this time. I thought it was a better color where it wasn't getting too like muddy looking.
Yeah.
Because I was just so worried because I'm pale, but I obviously still have the tan right now. Um, so I liked it a lot more this time.
Yeah, the tan is very hard to get off.
Yeah.
Who do you guys
Ooh.
be the first fit model ever Miss Olympia? Hmm.
I, you never know because there's a lot of good girls that are doing national shows right now that could potentially qualify.
Yeah.
Um, but just based off what we've seen as a winner right now, I think Gabby has a really good shot.
Yep.
She just has the look of top three. So I would say Gabby is probably one. I love Liz's look. She's like one of my favorite fit model looks. So I would love to see
Too.
her up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then a third. Who was winning at the beginning of the year? I'm trying to remember. Oh, Shayla. Yeah.
Or um, is it Yazabel or how do you say
Isabel?
it? Yazbel, yeah.
Ella?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's on our team. She is competing this weekend, actually.
Yeah. I just think
Um,
her posing routine is
yeah.
very elegant and flowy, and she just
Yeah.
has so much confidence,
Yeah.
So I think
Hmm.
that right there in itself stands
Yeah.
out on stage. But Liz, for sure, is
Yeah.
my like top one I see.
Yeah. Liz is what I personally want to look like. So that's why I
Yeah,
just like love her look.
same. Yes, like talk about ab veins.
Yeah.
Holy, I'm
Yeah.
like,
She
this
was
girl is coming in
lean.
sharp.
Yeah. She's the same height as me, too. So I'm like, okay. I'm like picturing this in like a year for me, like hopefully.
Yeah. I said, where y'all see Emily placing?
um, with the direction they're going right now, they're definitely going a little bit more muscular.
Hmm.
So it makes it really hard because it just changes so quickly. But she does have more time to like put on size. And I know she trains really hard. So you never know what's going to happen
Yeah, she does
on
all those
Olympia.
things, like all the tens units and all the stuff.
Yeah.
Like
And
she,
her waist is so small. Like I think that's like one of her strengths. I
yeah.
don't think anyone beats her there.
Yeah,
Like,
she wears that waist trainer religiously. Maybe we should all take notes.
yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if how long I would have to wear it for mine to be like 19 inches too.
Yeah. Um, I know there's a lot of politics that go into this game,
Yeah.
and I think how you represent yourself in this community is very important.
Hmm.
And the judges see it all,
Yeah.
and I just think there may be some things that there has been seen over this last couple months.
Hmm.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to get too deep into it, but you leave your coach that got
Yeah.
you the Olympia qualification.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's what I would do, I don't think
Yeah.
that's a very good look, but
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I would say some politics can be involved. And I think when they're picking an Olympia winner, like just basing it off bikini, they're always going to be someone that like represents the division
Mhm.
so well. Like I just always think of like Laura Lee because she's so genuine and sweet, and she's at literally every event. Like her, Jindori, like girls like that, like they want representing the
Mhm.
IFB and like as Olympia winner because like they're getting more girls to want to join the sport.
Yeah.
So hopefully, whoever wins the Fit Model Olympia is someone like that and can take on that like responsibility. You know?
Yeah, just like being like a positive role model, which I've seen a lot of these
Yeah.
fit model girls. They've been doing a great job at
Hmm.
brand awareness and spreading love through the community. So I think that's just like a really big part, and it helps
Yeah.
you, let alone from your package that you bring
Hmm.
on stage. So.
Yeah. Yeah. How has your experience been backstage with the Fit Model girls? I've had great time with everyone so far.
Yeah, my first show backstage was just like a dream. It was great. Everybody was so nice, and it's just like a vibe back there. It didn't feel like, bossy or rushed or hurry up, even
Hmm.
from like the promoters, and working backstage and stuff. Like everybody was so friendly and nice. Of course, I've had other experiences like at Pittsburgh, which was a national show. So you got like billions of girls there. You feel very just like a number. You just push through,
Hmm.
hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Oh, it's your turn, go.
Yeah.
Didn't really get to connect with too many girls at Pittsburgh, except for one of my fellow teammates, and I got to get to know her a little bit more. But yeah, Pittsburgh was just like, and then the muscle contest show was good. It was a very small show. I feel like
Yeah.
the smallest show
Hmm.
I've done so far,
Yeah.
and I didn't really get to connect with too many of the fit models backstage,
Hmm.
but a lot of the wellness girls and bikini girls I got to sit
Yeah.
and talk with. So that was great. But yeah, whether
Yeah.
they're in my division or not, we're connecting. I love that.
Hmm.
We all
Yeah.
have something in common.
Feel like every show is different. I've done 9 shows total. So I've done 3 fit models, 6 bikini shows. And I used to work backstage. So I've probably been at like 200 shows at this point, like a lot. Um, and this weekend, worst I've ever placed in my whole career competing, but probably my favorite show ever. So
Yeah.
it just like showed like the people there. It's Sandy's show. I thanked her because I saw her Sunday morning. She had the same flight as us. I was like, wow, the show was so well run. The backstage, the stage setup was amazing. Everyone working it was so nice. Um, the girls I went with, my coach being there, my fiance, I was like, I had so much fun. I placed horrible, but I just had so much fun.
That's all that really
Yeah.
matters. I mean, you
Hmm.
work so hard, regardless of what your physique's going to end up looking like. You put in that work every single day, you
Yeah.
know? And on show day, the last thing you want to feel like, or the memory you want to have from show day is like, regardless of the placing, but like that you were just like stressed out or miserable or bossed
Yeah.
around the whole time. Like nobody
Hmm.
wants that to be the memory. You know,
Yeah.
we're first
Hmm.
of all paying large amounts of
Yeah.
money to be there.
Yeah.
So it's like paying to go to a concert, you know, and it sucked.
Hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
like,
It's, you want to enjoy it. And like, we worked so hard. I was just super proud of myself because it's the best I've ever looked. So I was like, you know what, regardless what happens, like, I'm proud of how I looked. I liked how I looked. So like, that's a win, you know?
yeah, at the
Um,
end of the day, that's all you're at competition with is your last physique. Like
exactly. Yeah.
if you can beat the physique you had last time, you won. You know,
Hmm.
and that's just kind of my goal. Is this next show, I'm gonna beat that physique. I'm gonna come in tighter in the legs and hopefully less shoulders, or at least make it look more
More
balanced.
balanced. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's all I can really do. You know,
Yeah.
you can't really control who shows up to the show or
Yeah.
who the judges pick. It could just be
Hmm.
down. You guys could have like literally the same exact physique, and it could be down to who they've seen more.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah. There's so many factors. And for me, and I'm like, I'm still shooting for a pro card. I'm just, you know, it's going to be next year. So I'm still on that journey. It's going to happen eventually. I just don't know when, but I'm going to keep going, you know?
in due time, in due time.
Yeah.
I think we just like let the pro card. A lot of competitors can let the idea of a pro card get into their head and defeat you mentally. You know, and thinking
Yeah.
you're not good enough, or you know the judges just aren't liking what they're seeing time and time
Hmm.
again. And that can be hard mentally and make you,
Yeah.
on the days when you're just sitting and nobody's around anymore, you know, doubt yourself. And those are
Yeah.
just the parts of prep that nobody sees, is like the self-doubt and stuff
Hmm.
like that. And then being able to just like get back on your feet again, let yourself have the moment, but get back
Yeah.
up on your feet again, and like, what can I do today to be better tomorrow? And just
Right.
keep that process going. And then pretty soon you'll see like, okay, like I did it. But you just, every day it's like a decision, like those little tiny
Yeah.
decisions every day, you know?
Yeah. Like reminding yourself that like you chose to do this and why you're doing it.
Yep.
And if there was no placings, there was no social media, would you still be doing it? And if that's a yes, then like, then you're on the right track, you know?
Yeah, so getting into that, what is your why and why you do this?
Yeah. So growing up, I was a figure skater and I was pretty competitive and I always wanted to be a pro in that. And I ended up quitting when I was about 16, 17 because I was at the point where it was like, okay, we're going all in ice skating or you're going to continue education. And thankfully, my parents are both teachers and they were like, yeah, you're continuing school, which I'm very grateful as an adult because I did not want to put all my eggs in one basket because it's extremely hard to be successful as a figure skater. It's like three people every few years out of the whole country.
Mm-hmm.
But I so much missed that discipline. I would train every day at like 5 a.m., starting at like 10 years old, 6 days a week, had a personal trainer, ballet, all the things. But I loved performing. I loved the competition day, wearing the sparkly outfit, putting my hair up, performing. Like that was my favorite part. And then I was in college and a trainer approached me and told me about bikini. And I was like, ooh, I want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So I started prepping for my show in 2020. My first show was canceled because of the whole world shutting down. So I ended up competing later that year. But the second I stepped on stage, I was like, oh my God, I love this. And so now I was like fixated on this. And I was just like, I want to become a pro in this. Like, this is basically the same thing as ice skating. It's just a different kind of surface, basically. Like, you do the hard work, but you get all glammed up on show day, you're performing. So I just was completely in love with it and has not lost sight of that goal of like turning pro since I started. And I'm like, I will do whatever the work takes to keep getting better and eventually get there.
Yeah. Yes.
Hmm.
Just for you going pro and everything, would you still keep competing after pro or
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Um, that's like my goal I have at the forefront. Obviously, I want to keep going after that. It's just steps at a time. Damien is a pro and he wants to get to Olympia. So I think that would be a super fun journey together, you know? We have a show picked out next year that's an amateur and a pro show
Hmm.
about a year from now that we want to do together.
Yeah.
So I could potentially turn pro there and he can do the pro show. So I think that'll be a fun experience because we've never prepped at the same time, but
No,
I
you
think we could
haven't.
do it.
Okay. Okay. Well, that
No,
was my
no,
next question. I'm like, have you guys ever prepped together before?
no, no. So he competed all last year, got his pro card, did 2 pro shows, and now he actually needs to put on a lot of size. Where he's at right now, he actually has probably the size because it's been some time. But he's 6'3". So for classic, his weight cap's like 249. And his classic pro show, I think he was like 235 on stage. So he had like 15 pounds of muscle he could put on. So that's why we're like, don't compete this year. Just wait, especially because we're getting married in November. I was like, wait, compete in like March next year.
Um, well, congratulations on getting married in November.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the reason also maybe you didn't want him to compete this year is because is he like not as mentally there for the wedding kind of thing?
Definitely. Like it's definitely, I don't know if you've realized this with like Emerald competing, it's definitely harder on the guys.
Yep.
They have to get way leaner than us. It still sucks for us, but like the guys have to push to like next level conditioning.
Yep.
Like they're just, there's nothing on them. So like it's definitely a lot more taxing on them. And I was like, I need you to be like awake, like
I need
not,
you here for this.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, you want to, because he got his pro card in men's physique, and his first men's physique show, he actually placed fifth, like 2 weeks later, which was really good. And I'm like, oh my God, you could go to Olympia right now, but his passion is classic. So I
Mhm.
was like, you want to be a good classic competitor, you need to take the time.
Yeah. That
Hmm.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Emerald's on the road there. He just got his pro card at DC and now he's trying to get that Olympia qualification.
Yeah.
I've
He
been
was
rooting.
like a
So
clean sweep, right? Like every show just, right?
1, 2, 3, done.
That's insane.
I'm
That's
like, I
like
don't think
really
that's
doesn't
ever been done
happen.
before.
Yeah. I don't, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was
Um,
a magical day when he
So for Ben Wieters, that's November, so it will qualify him for next year's Olympia.
yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, you never know. You two could be doing it together. Like a lot can
Possibly.
happen.
That's kind
Yeah.
of the goal. I'd love to step on the Olympia stage.
Yeah.
Um, so that's definitely my goal is to get the pro card here at USA's, and then we will keep competing throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I just want to compete in, just some pro shows that may not be Olympia qualifying shows either, like just to compete.
Yeah.
Just 'cause.
Because
Yeah,
you're new, like you've only done 3 shows, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So you can definitely just do it for fun and get more experience.
Because I love being on stage, and that's kind of like my whole
Yeah.
why of wanting to compete. Um, my my why for wanting to work out was just because I missed everything, like you said, with figure skating. Like that
Hmm.
softball had
Yeah.
a discipline and like taught me, and like the waking up at 5 a.m. for workouts, and then going back to the field at 4 p.m. for your training, and
Hmm.
all that stuff. So and making sure you got your meals in and doing all your homework while you're in college and everything's just so
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened and I feel like the world changed for a lot of people and
Yeah.
especially for me, my school ceased operations permanently and then they were forcing the vaccination to re-enroll at pretty much
Mm.
everywhere else because I went private.
Yeah. Hmm.
And so I just kind of threw my hands up. I was a senior in college and never got to graduate
Yeah.
and never went back. And then I picked up a sales job and started making really good money doing sales. And I'm like, well, why do I need a degree if I could
Yeah.
just make good money doing sales? And
Hmm.
softball, I hung up the cleats. I was like, I'm not going to do this anymore. Of course, I loved giving pitching lessons to all the like little girls in town and everything. I would do that still just to kind of spread love through the sport. Um, but yeah, and then I met bodybuilding, and like just the gym itself brought me back to like out of my mental space. I feel like
Yeah.
after all that, like somewhere something happened mentally where it's just like I kind of just felt like I was going through the motions of life every day.
Yeah.
You work and
Hmm.
then whatever, you go out drink with your friends, you go to the
Hmm.
club. Like that lifestyle just started to get very just like what am I doing anymore?
Yeah.
And once I started like installing the discipline of like, okay, I get up at 7 a.m. every day and I go to the gym. Like no thought
Hmm.
about it. I get out of bed, I wash my face, brush my teeth, and I'm on the way to the gym. And
Yeah.
I did that for a whole year and a half straight. And I could just see like my mentality and like my confidence changing and like coming back again. And it felt so good. And then the thought of stepping on stage just came into my mind. And I'm like, you know what? I love performing. I've always sang all
Yep.
throughout my whole life. So I was like, I miss being on stage doing something. And so that's my why for wanting to compete.
Yeah.
I feel like even if I didn't compete, I'd still be working out just as hard and like
Right.
tracking my meals now
Mm.
and today. But competing just brings me that like joy, like deep joy inside my body. Like,
Yeah.
and when I look back at like the stage shots or the videos, like it makes me emotional. Like I cannot
Right.
believe that that is me, like that
Yeah.
I'm actually
Hmm.
doing this.
Yeah.
So that's one of my biggest reasons why is just because like how I feel when I do it.
Yeah. It's fun because like people are asking me like, are you nervous? And I'm like, no, actually when I get on stage, I'm not nervous at all. Like that's the easy part. It's the waiting I hate when I'm just like backstage and I'm like, okay, let's go. But the
Yeah.
second I get up there, I'm like, I feel great. Like, like no nerves, just enjoying it. Like,
Yeah.
and you can tell in like the videos and stuff too. It's just like I seem happy and having fun to be there.
I'll say like my first show experience, I would have thought I should have been way more nervous than these last two shows that I did. But for the first show, I just feel like I had zero expectations,
Yeah. Hmm.
and I just did everything that I was taught. I was just like, okay, just don't take your eyes off the judges the whole time. Keep your eyes on the judges. You're
Hmm.
walking out, you're on the judges. Like
Yeah.
that's all that was going through my head. And then
Yeah.
these last two shows, it's like a lot more pressure is starting to develop.
Right.
I think that just naturally happens as you do more shows.
Hmm.
Cookie, can we not play with the squeaky toy right now? um, so yeah, it's just been a little bit more pressure feeling before walking out on stage, and like all the thoughts of like, well, like at Pittsburgh, the stage was made of carpet, and
Yeah. That's
I
always
couldn't turn
always
back
throws you.
around from my back pose. It was very
Hmm.
choppy, and I was like, oh my gosh, like blah. So
Yeah.
then at my next show, I'm like, well, what if the stage is messed up this time? And now I'm walking on stage, like, is it messed up? So it's like those
Yeah.
kinds of things I need to just like just not worry about next time.
Yeah.
And just
Damien
go
tells me
out there
the
like it was
whole
my first show.
he's like, you start worrying about things that don't matter and you can't control. Like, stop
I
freaking
can't
out
control
about
it.
something that you literally can't do anything about. I'm like, so what
Exactly.
if this happens and that happens? He's like, stop speaking that into existence. You need to just relax.
Yeah, like who cares if the stage is super uneven and has a crick in the middle? Like,
Yeah. And
it's not
everyone's
happening.
doing it then. Everyone has an uneven stage. So it's not just
Everyone.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not just me. So those are just like I said, live and learning experiences. I'm just glad I'm like recognizing all these small things and getting to grow from them each
Yeah.
time again. And yeah, I've only competed in 3 shows, so
Yeah.
down the road, a lot more ahead.
And you definitely have, like, you can tell when someone has, like, that it factor. And I saw it on you on stage because, like, I feel like that has a hard time being taught. Like you can tell when someone is going to be a good performer and like your eyes just gravitate towards you, which I think is just going to help as you're competing. The judges are human. So like they're going to look at the person that is having a good time up there.
Mhm. Yeah, and I could feel that energy at my first show, especially like from the judges, because I was just having a good time and like they could see that, you
Yeah.
know, but like at the time I didn't recognize that. I was just like, we, you know,
Yeah.
and they definitely can see that. Like at
Hmm.
Pittsburgh, I didn't have the best day in the morning. My hair was not holding a
Hmm.
curl at all. I don't know if it was because Pittsburgh's
Did
weather.
you do your own hair that time or?
No,
Hmm.
no. And they had to do it like 4 times,
Oh my
and it
gosh.
honestly screwed up my extensions. I lost like 3 inches.
Oh no.
But and so it's just like the whole day and like those just small moments though I'm learning like to not let that affect you in the time. Like you're still getting on stage, you're already there, you already paid
Yeah.
for it, you're done.
Yeah.
So who cares if your hair's messed up? I mean, hey, it is what it is. They don't not
Yeah.
really miss. I mean, yes, fit model division, they want the whole package, nice
Right.
hair, makeup, face,
Hmm.
voice, smile, everything. And that was one thing that was going through my head is like they're literally judging me on my hair and it's not looking right, you
Yeah.
know?
But when you think
And
about it, they probably have no clue that the hair didn't turn out the way you
no
wanted the
clue.
hair to
They're just
turn
being
out.
like, oh, that's the way she wanted it today, you know, or
Yeah.
whatever. So just learning from those things that I think a lot of just like first time competitors or people just, you know, competing still and having these mental battles. Like, yes, we all go through them and it probably won't be the last time, but it's just how you handle it the next time it does happen,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
and just to not let it consume your mentality. Do it, go to your happy place, do whatever you got
Yeah.
to do, whether that's like
Hmm.
meditation or your music, or if that's just like going for a walk somewhere, get out of the venue, whatever you got to do
Hmm.
to recenter your mental focus, and not let the hair or the makeup or something somebody said to
Anything.
you backstage get to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just have a thick skin because like you signed up to be judged. So a lot of
Yep.
people are going to have an opinion. Just
Hmm.
listen to your coach and the people that you trust the most because a lot of people are going to be telling you things. Um, and you don't have to listen. Just
Yeah.
listen to the people that are important to you,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah. And the comparison game, you know, backstage too. And the Nevada State show was the first show I've done that was untested.
Mm,
Um,
yeah.
well, Pittsburgh, well, I guess, was untested too, but they had the naturals for what I was competing in.
Okay.
So the pros were there, so, you know.
Yeah. The pros were
Um,
not. Yeah.
but yeah, just like not playing the comparison game backstage, which I really practiced at this last show because at Pittsburgh, I felt like I let like the comparison game kind of get the best of me. Like, oh wow, they look amazing, you know.
Yeah.
And so this last show is just kind of like practicing that and like how to create better habits about that backstage.
Hmm.
Just staying like focused on myself. I brought myself my own little body mirror to this last stage
Yeah.
because they
Hmm.
don't have them at every show.
Yeah.
Um, so I brought my own. I was just focusing on myself while also like communicating with other girls, but like I'm not sitting there like in my head like playing the comparison game, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I try not to like look around too much because I'm like, at the end of the day, like if I see someone that like looks better than me, is it really gonna do anything? It's just gonna make me feel bad, I guess. And like I'm not trying to beat anyone else. I'm trying to beat myself. And if they like me, then the judges like me, you
Yep.
know?
Yeah.
So I think that's a good attitude to have.
100%. Yeah. And it just, I mean, this whole sport has been just like a huge evolving of character for me. You know, like I
Yeah.
feel like I have completely shed off an old version of myself, which like
Hmm.
sounds a little bit cliche or whatever, but like I look back at just like some journal entries or like photos or video memories, and I'm just like I can't even recognize that person, you know, talking or who was that, you know, like I just
Yeah.
feel like I've installed so many good discipline and boundaries in my life, you know.
Hmm. Yeah. That is one thing I want to touch on more because you and Emerald did your first show together. How was that? Like on show day, leading up to it?
Yeah. So it wasn't like always easy the whole time. Of course, there were some, you know, times where things got a little bit tough, but otherwise, I feel like we do pretty well together on prep. If
Yeah.
anything, I think we keep each other like structured and on the straight and
Hmm.
narrow. And it's kind of like, well, if you're not eating that, neither am I, kind of
Yeah.
thing. Even though he's 20 weeks away from his next show, like he's not sitting over here like wanting to go out to eat or whatever, even though he can have one off plan meal a week if he wants to,
Right.
you know, and he doesn't need to track like everything right now if he doesn't want to, but he is. And I feel like that helps me, you know, like I'm like, okay, well, like it's keeping me like straight now. I'm not having to watch him bring home friggin' burgers and fries. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But with our first show together, like it was really fun. Like competing together was so much fun. And like after he won on stage, like I just remember feeling like, okay, it's my turn. Like I want to
Yeah.
win now. Like
Hmm.
this is my turn. I want to win now. And like that just like gave me fire, you know?
Yeah,
And
I
when
bet.
I walked out on stage for finals, it was just like this happy fire of like I just knew I had it, you know? Like I
Yeah.
was just like, this is mine. Like there's no
Hmm.
other way that this could go right now.
Yeah.
And it was a really good feeling. We also competed together at the Pittsburgh show, but he went the day after me.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
I
Yeah.
remember him saying he was like, "I wish I could have gone the day before you, you know, so you could
Yeah.
see me do well, you know, and like feel my
Yeah.
fire
Yeah.
because that's just something I guess I need, you know, like I like
Yeah.
that little extra push, you
Hmm.
know, that little extra go get them." You know, it's I
Yeah.
just feel like it's lackadaisical. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think I'm excited for us to do a show on the same day because typically when he competes, I'm so nervous, like way more nervous than I am for myself because I just want him to do well.
Yeah.
But I like what you said, it like lights you up. Like maybe it'll make me fired up, to like see
Yeah.
him go.
And
Hmm.
it's nice. You guys get to choose, like, you know, your little track suits or whatever you want to wear on the show day, get some matching
Hmm.
shoes.
Oh,
Um, yeah, I don't know. We went to Nike and got matching slides, and
yeah.
we just got matching track suits for hopefully we'll do another show together.
Yeah. Hmm.
And so, but either way, we can show up wearing matching track suits to his show, my show, whatever.
Yeah,
That was something we
exactly.
really wanted to get before our first show, that was matching track suits, but it was just like timing.
Yeah.
Um, So I don't remember what we ended up doing. Oh, he got a blue shirt and I got silk blue pajamas. So
Oh,
I don't know,
okay.
just the fun of like matching and going to check-ins together and doing all
Yeah.
their tests together and the drug tests and all that stuff.
Hmm.
Very fun.
Yeah, it's a fun experience that like not a lot of people get to do together.
Yeah, it's not easy. You know, you hear a lot of people like getting divorces and breaking
Hmm.
up because they tried to prep together, and
Yeah.
it's not easy. We do get on each other's nerves. You know,
Yeah.
it's just the reality of things at the end of the day. But it's being able to just kind of like not let your mouth talk and just maybe take a
Yeah.
second,
Take a
go the
second
opposite
realizing you're
direction.
just hungry and not actually mad. Like,
Yeah, and it's just like maybe we just need a minute to breathe, and then we come back together, and it's like okay, everything's fine. Like
yeah.
we
Hmm.
were literally just fighting over who ate the last rice cake. Like, you know?
Yeah. I remember like a week before my show, I was like organizing like the little snacks that I had collected. And I was like, you opened these? Like you're eating them? He's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh, it's okay.
Over there with him.
Did you get any questions or anything that you want to touch on?
Yeah, so let's see. Well, my favorite one that I got was stop it. No more. She's looking at me like, what? Um, yeah, how do you handle judges' feedback?
Yeah. Judges' feedback, it can be like an emotional roller coaster. Because I definitely got feedback at my first few shows, and I got a lot of different opinions from every single judge. So it was like hard to wrap my head around what to do.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, um, it's even a judge told me to my face, he was like, it's my opinion. You don't need to listen to me. You need to do what you want to do. And I was like, okay. He's like, because it's your body. And I was like, all right. So I trust my coach the most out of anyone. So I was like, what do you think I need to do based off what they all told me? And so he gave me a plan. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to do what I want my body to look like. Yes, I'm trying to fit the division, but at the end of the day, I just want to be happy with the package. And I did get some feedback at my first show of the season to get a little leaner, and I wanted to get leaner. So I was like, great, like I'm going to really work on that. I started doing LPF, like low pressure fitness for my core because I wanted my waist to be tight. And this is the best my waist have ever looked on stage. So I was happy about that. But
Yeah.
I think a lot of people get wrapped up in like one person's opinion, and it's just an opinion, and another person's going to think another thing. So like make sure to ask questions. on what they really mean because they can say something and it's you want to understand it and not them say one thing and like think it's another thing and do the wrong feedback,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know? What about
definitely.
you?
Um, yeah, judges' feedback definitely I feel like can wear on your mental. Um, I feel like after the Pittsburgh show, it definitely sat with me for a couple days, and I just had to like kind of just reevaluate and go back to the drawing board of just keep doing what I've been doing, really, and maybe just like I only had 3 weeks between Pittsburgh and the next show, so it was really hard for me to be like, okay, I need to like lift heavier now,
Yeah.
or something, which is what I would like to have done, is like be able to push my
Hmm.
body harder, but being so low calorie, it's hard to do that. You're just like
Yeah.
physically don't have the energy to load 4 plates on each side of the hip
No.
thrust.
Yeah. Hmm.
So and still to this day, like I haven't been able to lift as heavy as I once was before.
Right.
So just like kind of handling the judge's feedback is just not letting it like sit in my mental too long and just being like, okay, like we're gonna focus more on the glutes and that is what it is.
Yeah.
On show day, I'm not gonna come into show day and be thinking about my glutes or my tie-ins the whole time.
Hmm.
It's just gonna be like I know they're looking better than they were. They have no option to because of how hard I'm going to work until this next show.
Yeah.
So that's just what I've been telling myself, that they are going to look better. And
Hmm.
whether it's as better as they want them to be or even more better than they want them to be, it
Yeah.
is going to be what it's going to be. And at the end of the day, it is personal judgment. And, one judge may like your look more than the other judge, but the other
Yeah.
judge is the head judge. So
Yeah. That's
those
why
are
there's
just
so
things.
many judges and they drop a high and a low score because like one
Mhm.
judge will have you in first, one will have you in fourth.
Mhm.
So it's like it's kind of all over the place sometimes, but that's kind of why it's fun.
Yeah, and I just think, especially after this last show, it was just like a little bit eye opening to me and revealing, and just to know like that it's okay. Everybody has their journey in this process, and every girl is definitely deserving and works
Yeah.
just as hard. So
Hmm.
I can't be like, oh, like screw that. Like
Yeah.
they're working just as hard as I am, and at the end of the day, it's a personal preference. So you just put your head down, keep working, and let the judges' feedback go. You know what you need to work on, go work on it. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that's what we're doing these competitions for too, is to be able to develop more in our
Yeah.
bodies and to grow more. So it's like
Hmm.
some people do shows knowing going to place well just to get feedback. Like
Yeah.
I'm only doing this show so I can get some feedback so I know what to do here.
Yeah. I was
So
honestly, when I got off stage and I got second call outs, almost relieved because I was like, all right, now I'm not tempted to keep going this season. Like that's a clear sign I should improve. And I like looked at the pictures and I was like, okay, I'm excited. This gives me something to work on. Like I can clearly see what I need to work on
mhm.
and go do that. I'm like, just keeping running the circuit isn't going to get me there. Like I need to take that time.
And that's one thing I did ask Sandy, I was like, do you think I should, like, because she was like, do USA's, it's in your hometown, just do it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, but do you think I should, or should I, like, really take some time and, like, get these
Yeah.
tie-ins done?
Hmm.
And she just looked at me like, you know, like, don't do that. Like,
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
it's just a leanness game more than anything. I feel like just up the cardio, lower the carbs.
Yeah.
They're gonna see what they want to see.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, just like peaking differently or maybe peaking better
Yeah.
somehow. Which I feel like I just started working with my coach in February, and so I'm just trying to trust the process and trust that
Yeah.
he's learning my body too.
Right. It takes some
I
time to nail it.
Yeah, and I drop weight really fast, but then I
Hmm.
also can gain some pounds very fast.
Yeah.
So that's a game we've kind of been playing where it's like any minute my cortisol goes high, I'm losing like pounds, like whoosh. So if I let myself get stressed out, we're gonna lose a bunch of weight. This weight, like
Yeah. Yeah.
so.
Cortisol.
Yeah, it's crazy, and to notice like how my body's been working, and to go back to menstrual cycles and stuff.
Hmm.
I've always had a very normal on time menstrual cycle, like everything
Yeah.
good. But when I started prep and like we dieted really hard, like I was still
Hmm.
having menstrual cycles, they're very light and would last like a day
Okay.
or two, you
Yeah.
know? And then after this last show, we raised my carbs and my fats up for this last week. And now
It
I'm
came back.
back on my menstrual cycle. I'm finally having like the first normal one since then.
Yeah.
So
It was
it's like, oh, that
weird for
feels
me
good. But
because mine went away but came back a week before this show. And I
um,
hadn't had it for months and it came back full force. I was like, whoa, I don't even know why this is happening because the food was still low.
but
Um,
it means your hormones are good, which
yeah, which
like
is good.
that's an awesome thing to know, that like my hormones are balanced and like we're not going crazy, which I
Yeah.
think I would be able to feel mentally if I was going crazy.
Yeah.
But so that's just a good thing. I know a lot of competitors, especially in different divisions, go through that a lot more intensely, you know,
Yeah.
and that's why I also like the fit model division, because it's more attainable um, year round if you wanted to, you know?
Yeah, it's a little healthier. I
Hmm.
think I could definitely maintain like a couple pounds from where I'm at all year.
Yeah,
I think it's like for me, I'm like, it's the last 3 weeks that suck, but it's not the whole prep, you know?
exactly. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I was just thinking, reflecting on this week. Like when we raised my carbs and fats back up, I was like, this is like my maintenance. Like, this is what I would want to eat, you know,
Hmm.
stay this way, you
Yeah.
know.
Hmm.
So that's why I like the fit model division. It just keeps you being able to go. I just hope we can set some clear, like, things
Yeah.
on this division.
I'll be watching Universe and then I'll be at USA's watching. So I'm excited to see what they reward and what happens, because I think the standard is kind of getting solidified and it'll give us all a better idea of like what to work for once it starts being a little bit more
Yeah.
steady. But it's so new. So like I
It's
understand.
so new. And a lot of these girls like have come from bikini, you know,
Yeah.
and so there's a lot of just like breaking habits, I think, too, and like
Hmm.
posing that.
Yeah. Hmm.
Mhm. So it's like those are just like things I see that in the community that are changing and that people can work on. As for me, I never did bikini, so I don't know bikini posing.
Yeah. It was
So
hard for me coming from bikini because like the front pose is really different. And that is one thing I learned from my first show. I was still kind of posing like a bikini athlete.
hmm.
And I realized I needed to change it up and make it more fit modelly.
Hmm.
But yeah, because it's a different feeling for sure. So I think it's definitely a hard habit to break, especially when I was training for bikini for like 4 years.
Yeah.
So
And that's one question I keep getting asked by like a lot of just like fellow people in the community is like, would you ever think of doing bikini? And it's like, I just feel like bikini is going to push me towards, you know, peptides
yeah,
and stuff, and maybe
yeah.
some things that my body doesn't necessarily need right now. Now, I'm not
Hmm.
totally opposed to them like down the line, you know, like later in life. And if it's helping my
Yeah.
health and helping me recover or whatever, and like peptides are like the thing for me, you
Hmm.
know. But right now, I think fit model division is give like the door is open, and I can fit
Yeah.
right in that door. You know, I'm not trying to like finagle my body in a different way to be in another way.
Yeah. I think your body fits fit model right now. So I would run with it and just like see where you can go.
Yeah, and I just love the division. I love like the name fit model. You
Yeah.
know, because like
Yeah.
yes, I am a fitness model.
Hmm. Yeah. You even have the height and everything. Like, you just kind of embody that.
Yeah,
Um, but it's a fun look. I feel like every girl wants to look like fit model. Like it's just athletic and healthy. Like you could be on a magazine cover, but it's
yeah,
still hard to achieve, but like it's not as crazy as bikini is.
yeah. Well, and I also feel like if I started to develop into bikini outside of bodybuilding, the like work that I do would be scrutinized or
Yeah.
some of some
Hmm.
kind. You know, they wouldn't like
Yeah.
that. You know, they would be like, they
Hmm.
don't how big your arms are. We don't like these certain kinds of things. So that's kind of what
Hmm.
made me a little bit hesitant. Not that
Yeah.
I don't want to maybe have that, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
I know other girls that they are like models, and so they're like, I have to do fit model because like I won't get booked if
I
I
won't
do.
get booked. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
I'm not gonna get booked if I'm over here with jacked biceps and
Yeah,
six
because
pack and like
let's face
stuff.
it, the majority of normal women out there don't want to look like that, so it's not going to sell. You
Yeah.
know.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. And even lately, like I feel like I've been coming in a little bit too hard, in my line
Mm,
of work,
yeah,
uh, which has kind of been a little bit of a battle back and forth. But at the end of the day, I'm doing what I love to do, and
yeah,
my job's still around, so that's good.
yeah. I'm like, after you do your shows, you can always put on like 5 pounds and it will soften up a little bit.
Right, exactly. All
Yeah,
it takes is a couple pounds, which is crazy.
yeah, yeah. It's not a lot. Are there any other questions you want to touch on before we wrap up?
How do you balance being competitive while supporting other athletes?
Yeah. I'll touch on that because I have such a supportive team. It's really amazing. So we all train together Monday through Friday and do group training.
Hmm.
And like I would say like 90% of us are fit model, a couple are bikini. But like this is what has made the experience so amazing is like how hard we all support and cheer for each other. Like I want to when our team wins, like we all win. So it's just like such a fun community because like we've seen so much success this past year and it just being there through the entire journey for everyone. I'm also a suit stylist, so like most of the girls on the team, I've like helped them design and order their suit. So like I'm there for them when they need to like get ready on how to wear it and adjust it and stuff. So it's like being a part of that is really cool
Yeah.
and like having that impact. But they're all so great. Like everyone's giving each other gifts and their peak weeks and stuff. So like
Yeah.
that team like feeling you can't beat, it makes it less of an individual sport.
Yeah, I definitely like relate to that, and I'm so new into this whole like competing thing in general, but like seeing these girls do those things, it's like, wow, like we can actually all be friends,
Yeah. Hmm.
You're like, yeah, we're competing against each other because coming from a softball background, like you played for that team, I don't like you,
Yeah.
like,
Hmm.
and that's
It's
I just feel like
really,
that's sports in general.
yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like it's not very catty. I mean, maybe it is. I just haven't experienced that yet. But if you're
Yeah.
like going to like be friendly, like you'll just meet a lot of great girls.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
And the ones that aren't friendly will just steer away because they aren't friendly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
You
yeah,
won't mesh. Yeah.
you won't. You won't even realize they were there because you're over here in your own bubble the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. You kind of attract the energy, you want. And so you'll find those cool people backstage.
Yeah, I've definitely met some really cool girls in the fit model world here in Vegas, and they've like extended, an olive branch to come like practice posing with them
Yeah.
and stuff. And it's like, wow, like we're all going after the same thing, and like you guys want to come together and like do this together, which I just think that's like awesome. And we
Hmm.
can all learn from each other, and that's all part of the game anyways, is just getting better. This is such an individual sport. This is all
Hmm.
about yourself, and
Yeah.
so you
Yeah,
do.
so like that's what I always say. Like it can be very isolating, but it doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Like don't choose to be that way. Like it can be so much more fun if you like let other people help you, you know?
Yep. Let people
Hmm.
in, learn from each other, let them learn from you and learn
Yeah.
from them, and it's actually going to take you farther. I've already
Yeah.
growth in myself just by posing with these girls.
Yeah.
So it's like just practicing lineups and how to position yourself to the judge, because when you practice by yourself, you're not necessarily practicing that because
Right.
there's nobody standing in the room with you.
Hmm.
So having like those 5, 6 girls like all stand together and we can practice switching and walking to the back and everything is just like helps you
Yeah.
grow within
Hmm.
just two times practicing together.
Yeah.
And now
Hmm.
it's like a weekly thing that we've set up
Yeah.
do, which is like just so much fun. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to get a workout in when I'm in Vegas because we're going to be out there a bunch in the next few months.
Where do you live
Yeah.
right now?
I'm in California.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Northern or southern?
Southern. Yeah. Like
Okay.
only a 3 hour drive. We're in San Dimas. So like
Oh,
Fairmont
okay.
area. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from San Bernardino originally.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's not like, I think it's like an hour from where I'm
Yeah,
at right now.
more high desert up the hill,
Yeah.
the path.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any questions that you were asked that you want to go over?
We kind of covered it. It was all about like diet and stuff, but we talked about what works for us and what we like.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think I'll definitely save this video and I'll post it to YouTube so we can like collab on it so it's saved.
Yeah.
But I think we should definitely do more, maybe like weekly. Could be fun.
Yes. Let's
Yeah.
do more, and then
Mhm.
we can like have like other fit model athletes come in and share
Yeah.
journeys or whatever
Mhm.
that would be cool.
Yeah, other fit model athletes. Kara, the owner of ACB, commented, I'd love to have her on eventually.
Okay.
We can have different guests and stuff because we have a lot of different girls that we know.
Yes, yes, I have like 5 girls in mind already that would
Okay,
really
yay.
be here.
Yeah,
So we
we'll
can
bring them
just
all on.
get together. Yeah, I mean, if every Tuesday at 3 o'clock works for you, it works for me. So
Yeah,
yeah.
let's do that going forward.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome.
Well, then we will see each other next week
Yeah,
on Tuesday.
talk soon.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.